The city of Novorossiysk. It is so called the hero city, the toiler city, the seaport city. Novorossiysk commercial seaport is located here. In Kaga-Tenova, the largest Russian port, the biggest port on the Black Sea coast, the third port in entire Europe on cargo traffic. The total range of cargoes being transshipped through the port is wide: crude oil, oil products, timber, grain, fertilizers, ferrous and non-ferrous metals, containers, vehicles, foodstuffs, and many other cargoes. Novorossiysk commercial seaport is exclusively important for the economy of the Russian Federation. Over 20% of all export and import operations of the country take place here. Novorossiysk is located at crossroads of international traffic roads, connecting Russia with Mediterranean, Middle East, Africa, South and Southeast Asia, North and South America. Shipping trade routes had passed here more than 2,000 years before Christ. Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans, Scythians, Genoa, Byzantines brought their vessels to the Novorossiysk harbor. Today, the Novorossiysk commercial seaport is dynamically developing port of Russia. Its total water area covers over 345 square kilometers. Its berths and quays extend more than 14 kilometers. There are 94 universal, specialized and auxiliary berths of different types in operation of the port. More than 100 of companies of maritime industry make their business in the port and as shipping agents, stevedores, bunker suppliers, surveyors, ship repairing enterprises, and in other port service. And in such variety of port life, the function aimed to provide safety of navigation and an order in the port is entrusted to the federal state institution Novorossiysk Maritime Port Administration. The MPA mission is to provide the cargo and passenger traffic safe, economically profitable and effective. This stipulates a presence of well-organized complex system of management in port of Novorossiysk and also in satellite ports Sochi, Gelendzhik and Anapa and on their roads and approaches. Every day, more than 100 vessels of different types are at the berths and on roads of the port. Universality of port equipment facility makes it possible to handle all main sorts of goods carried by maritime transport: liquid, bulk, cargoes and containers. Port facilities are able to flexibly respond to changing sorts of cargoes transferred through the port. Novorossiysk MPA, being a part of international port control system, aspires to provide the development of port business, safe and ecologically responsible. To achieve this goal, the vessel traffic management system has been also developed. Special requirements for technical abilities of safety and security means in the port were elaborated. The number of search and rescue equipment, emergency boats and machines, trained personnel are calculated to be sufficient for immediate readiness in case of any accident or state of emergency. At recent time, the goals to protect the merchant shipping and ports against illegal and criminal activity and terrorism are topical tasks. And in process of deciding these tasks, Novorossiysk MPA takes an immediate participation. The Port State Control Office fulfills the procedures connected with ship calls and provides uninterruptible ships handling operations. All information concerning vessel arrival streams down here in online mode, in compliance with the regulations of international memoranda. The use of methods of modern logistics and software allows to save time within drawing up ship's arrival documents and excludes any delay in departure to voyage. In 2003, for the first time among Russian ports, at the initiative of Vladimir Yarygin, the harbor master, the extensive scientific research work has been carried out to optimize and make more safe the process of port pilotage, tug assistance and mooring operations, high-tech maneuvering and mooring plans have been elaborated for each of 94 berths of the port by experienced scientists of Novorossiysk State Maritime Academy, Drs. Oleg Zykov and Alexander Mironov. The port maritime security system has been integrated with the vessel traffic management system operated by the Federal State Unitary Enterprise Rosmeport. The operational range of the system covered the all-Russian coastline from Port Taganrog to Port Sochi, throughout Azov and the Black Seas, and extends 1,000 miles from Ukrainian border to Georgia. Any coming vessel on long-range approaching can be automatically identified and supplied with all necessary information. VTMS Center, by means of shore-based radars and video equipment, provides receiving, processing, displaying and recording of the current navigational situation data, controls vessels' position in the port, in anchorage areas, and when secured at the single buoy mooring devices. In 2008, in port of Novorossiysk, for the first time among Russian ports, the maritime security monitoring system has been brought into operation. The system allows, in video and infrared band, to recognize emergency situations with ships at sea, like a fire or oil pollution. The distance can also be exactly determined by the laser range finder. Novorossiysk Commercial Seaport is the only universal, deep-water, icing-free port of the southern basin of Russia, with all year-round navigation. In 2006, in Novorossiysk MPA, the scientific research work has been carried out on the subject of influence high waving and swell on the deep-water piers of oil harbor Cheskharis, especially dangerous while southern storms.